Hello everyone, welcome back to Polygon Wizard Plays Minecraft. This is episode 27. The 1.7 update is out, so today we're going to do some wandering, and I'm going to do a little bit of talking about scary movies since it's the end of October. So hopefully we'll find some cool new biomes and some new, stuff out there in the wild. So I'm going to get sailing and let's get started. As you can see here, I'm just out the desert behind the iron golem farm we have started. And we're just going to go out this way. If you remember when I went looking for horses, I kind of went out this swamp and there's a couple of islands out here. And that's as far as I got. So I figured this is probably the closest to, civilization or places I've already explored where I can just run out and hopefully find some new stuff. So let's see what we can find. At long last, it seems we've found some land. Ah, there's a pumpkin over there. That's kind of fun. Ooh, here's a new mechanic, guys. Sprinting in boats. I don't know how this is going to work once Optifine I put it on here, since I use that a lot. But the control key will make you sprint. Also on land. Let's get our boat back. But it works in boats, too, so you can sprint in boats. Unfortunately, zoom is controlled by the control key, so I might have to move it around. I don't know why you're broken here, but let's get some new plants here. What do we got? Got us a lilac, so let's take some of these. I like these two tall flowers here. See, this is the peonies as well, I believe. Yep, peony and lilacs. I have plans for all this plant life, so I'm going to gather a whole bunch of it. The two tall ones do not go into plant pots that I have discovered when I've been messing around in creative, which makes me kind of sad because the saplings or whatever, these look pretty cool. If you could put them in a little plant pot, that would be awesome. So let's see, we are just in Forest Hills apparently, so it's not technically really a new biome yet. I don't even know how big this is. It might just be a tiny little island with some cows and sheep on it. How cute. Oh, here's a new one. This is a daisy, right? Yeah, oxeye daisy. I have plans for you. I want to get all of the new flowers, or at least some of the two tall ones especially. The other ones, the one tall ones you can get from planting, or bone mealing, on the ground, I think. That looks like some plains and stuff over there. Ooh, I think I saw a rosebush. Go for it. First, we're going to get my bed. Get our sleep on. Another wonderful thing about Minecraft updates, you get all these achievements again. Yay! Alright. Ooh, rosebush. There's one. Not the one I saw. That's another thing I like about this update. The darker green reeds here look very nice. I actually need to check out my farm. I haven't been back over there since I've loaded this up. Too tall grass, love it. Makes the plains even wilder and cooler looking. Make sure this is, just a plain old plains. But yeah, we got some rose bushes. Definitely going to get as many plants because I'm going to build a greenhouse. I have one all designed, I just need supplies for it now. So that's why we're doing some exploring. Ooh, lava. Don't want to jump in there. I'm going to get myself completely and thoroughly lost, but that's okay. I will find my way back eventually. Ooh, more flowers! Apparently these bright and shiny flowers are what's getting my attention so far. Alright, so while we wander around here, I told you guys to talk about scary movies and stuff. It's October. If any of you guys are like me, you use that as an excuse to, bring out some old classic horror movies or watch new ones you haven't seen before. Or just, play a scary game perhaps. Me, I've tried some scary games before. They're not for me usually. I can't play them very long. I'm a wimp when it comes to scary games. I think it's because of the interactivity thing. Ooh, tulips. Lots of them. Because in a movie, you can just watch it and it keeps going. Yeah, it's the daisies, orange tulips. But in a game, you have to move it forward, and if you sit there, you're just in this creepy environment, so you have to move it forward, and if you're too scared to go on, you're not going to get out of it at all. Plus, movies have specific tricks that are different to what games do. And for me, also, I get very immersed in games when I'm playing them, or I like to anyway. So when I'm playing a scary game and you have no way to fight back, you know, they do that on purpose. It really gets to me, and I can only play for like a little bit at a time before I just get too creeped out and have to stop. But scary movies, I can watch them all day, you know. I like different kinds. I don't really like ones that are just all about, wow, that's really cool looking. And the new way that they do the snow on top is with like the height. Hey, hello horses. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah, these new mountains that they have are made out of stone now in Generation. Look really cool. But yeah, as far as scary movies go, I like old classic slasher type movies. My favorite probably franchise would be Nightmare on Elm Street, even though there's really only one or two that are actually good. Objectively, like the original is still very scary and creepy if you watch it, you know, again nowadays. But the later ones, they just got goofy, where Freddy is just all like, yeah, let's wisecrack, har har har, I'm not scary really, but hey, I'll kill someone in cool ways. That's kind of what the series devolved into. And I don't know, they're still fun, but the first one, for my money, is still one of the best horror movies ever made, especially kind of the fantasy slasher genre, I guess. You've got your Jason movies too. Those aren't my thing. I don't know, I think people who like horror movies almost fall into either camp. You either like Freddy or you like Jason. Jason's alright. I've watched all those movies. They're kind of fun. Jason X is my favorite because it's so goofy and it puts sci-fi into it as well, which I'm a big sci-fi nerd, so that scratches that itch. And I like Freddy vs. Jason as well, just because it puts both of them in the same movie, and it's not perfect by any means, but it's still fun. So I like to pop that one out every once in a while. There's one movie that I really like that came out probably 3 or 4 years ago now that didn't make much of a splash, and it had actually been like held back for years almost. I can't remember who, like Miramax or somebody, had it on their slate and just didn't, more tall bushes, didn't feel like putting it out for whatever reason, and eventually did, and it's called Trick or Treat. And it's kind of an anthology sort of horror movie where it's got a few different stories going at once, and they kind of connect, but a lot of the characters never like meet each other or anything, but they all sort of are tied in through a few different kind of threads, basically, that tie the story together. It's a really, really good one. I like watching that one, you know, every, you know, once in a while if I get a chance. Also, a more recent horror movie that I really like that's really great is Cabin in the Woods. Whoa, holy crap. Yeah, you can just stay down there, spider. Cabin in the Woods is a great, like, crowd popcorn, you know, crowd-pleasing popcorn type horror movie where you're there, it's got a bunch of laughs, and you're there to just enjoy it. Man, I want some new biomes here. Where in the world am I going to get some? At least I'm getting some plants. That's cool. But, yeah, like, if you've never seen it, Cabin in the Woods is both... It works well for seeing it more than once. Like, the first time you're watching it, you're just kind of along for the ride, and you're watching it as just a horror movie. The second time you watch it, you catch a lot of the things that you didn't the first time, as far as just the structure of the movie, and the commentary that it has. It actually works as a double meaning, a lot of the stuff for just horror movies in general and commentating on how people watch horror movies and all that stuff. It's really, really good, and even if you don't want to get into the meta stuff or, you know, the subtle behind-the-scenes stuff, it's still just a great ride of a movie. Like, it's got some great laughs, it's got some great, you know, scares in it, it's got some cool, you know, action bits with you know, some monsters chasing all the people. What it does that I really like that a lot of horror movies don't do is it makes you care for the people in the movie. They're not just anonymous, you know, people, objects to run around and scream and do stupid things and get killed, you know? They still do all of that, but you actually care because they take the time at the beginning of the movie to set them up, and some of the best horror movies do this. Because if you don't care about the people, it doesn't seem as scary anymore. This is, let's see, another one that I really like series is the Scream movies, especially the first one. But I even like, you know, Scream 3 isn't great, but I still like it. Scream 2 is almost as good as the first one. It's got its problems because it was rushed out because of the success of the first one, pretty much. They had it planned, you know, already sort of beforehand while they were doing it, but they put it into production as soon as the first one was a huge hit. They were rushing it out, and so it's got its problems, but still a lot of fun. Scream 4 is actually pretty decent too. Like, I don't know, it's not great. Again, like 3, it's not great. I'd say 4 is maybe a little bit better, but those movies are a lot of fun. It's similar to, you know, what I was talking about with Cabin in the Woods, in that they're a crowd-pleasing style of horror movie where you've got your big scare moments where you want the audience to gasp, and they're a lot of fun watching them with a crowd or with, you know, a bunch of friends on a late night on a weekend or something, all sitting around watching the scary movie in the dark. I'm getting totally turned around a little bit here, but we'll go along the coastline for a bit. It's too bad I'm just getting this sort of big island thing. Can't just keep going in a straight line. To where now I'm just going in circles. Oh, hello, doggy. What's up? But hey, I'll keep picking up all these flowers, and I'm going to keep wandering around. Hopefully we'll find something good for you guys. I want some of the new trees, so we're going to have to find us a savanna or a roofed forest. And get us some of the new tree types and stuff, because I've got plans for that as well. We've got, you know, we can mess around with colored glass in the future. That's easy. We've got supplies to do that already. But, you know, unfortunately, we have to go out and find all this new wood types, at least find some of it out here in the wild, and then bring back some saplings to start our own forest back near the plantation or wherever we would want to put it. So we can have it closer to home, but we have to go find it in the wilds first. So that's kind of the fun part of the new update, too, is finding all the new stuff. I'm pretty sure I've been over here before, even though there's some daisies sitting on this hilltop. Alright guys, not technically something new, but I wanted to share this view with you guys. I'm in extreme hills, and it looks a little bit different because of the generation with all the stone. But look at this, there's some waterfalls just coming out of some holes in the side of a cliff over here. Got snow tops over here, got a nice big kind of hilly valley type part on the other side there, and this side we've got what looks like, it's not a ravine, but the effect is kind of like a ravine with these two tall hills here. Got a couple lonely cows. Oh, so yeah, like, and we're right up here in this big old cove area on the coast. Even got a bit of a floating thing up there, I think, unless it's just not generated in yet. Let's go over here. Walking the ridge line. I think that is a little floating thing up there. It's kind of funky. Yeah, it's loaded past that. So yeah, it's a little floating island in the air. Always cool. Always screams Minecraft. It's not Minecraft without floating things. Alright, you know what? Let's do this. Whee! After bunches of wandering, it seems I'm fated to find taiga and extreme hills sometimes together like that. That looks really cool, having the trees all over the hills, but I want something new. The taigas feel kind of different without the snow, but it seems I've finally lucked out, guys. We have something new right out here. Yes, we do indeed. It's the new dark oak trees up here in the joint. We are now in a roofed forest. So I'm going to chop down a tree or two, see if I can get some saplings. I don't know, I can do that one, I guess. Ooh, I'm getting wood, yay. More achievements that I've already gotten in the past. Alright, so yes, dark oak wood. Very nice. Saved you, cow. Alright, it's been quite a long time for me. I've been wandering for at least 20-30 minutes. Just kept finding taiga after taiga and extreme hills after extreme hills. There were a lot of cool mountains. Took a few screenshots, but I was like, wanting something new. So here we go. We finally got it. Moo! Shut up. You're lucky I don't need you for dinner. A bit. Okay, one hit with a pick. Don't need leather. There we go. Dark oak sapling. That's what they look like if you guys haven't seen them yet. I think they look very cool. That and the other new tree that's in the, oh, I keep wanting to say mesa, but I know it's not. It's the, goodness, and all the falling cows. Oh, no, it's in the savanna biome that we have yet to find. It looks like I'm going to find all these cold-looking biomes here. 3. Okay, I want at least 4, because the dark oaks, you need 4 saplings in order to plant a tree. As you can see, we can get some mushrooms in this forest as well, the roofed forest. It's all really, really dark down here. Ooh, more rose bushes. I'm trying to get at least a stack of all these, whoa, lots of them, yes! I think the rosebush is my favorite of the double tall flowers. How much do I got now? Oh, I'm actually getting close with this one. If I don't have a stack after this, I will be very close. But yeah, as I was saying, it gets very dark in here. I'm surprised I haven't seen any mobs yet. I think it's because it's new generation that they're a little bit slow to appear. I've heard them a few times. Skeletons rattling behind closed doors or whatever, off in a cave somewhere. But I think it's really cool that the mushrooms show up in here in this forest. Pretty neat if you ask me. 58 rose bushes now. Awesome. I love those. There's going to be a few rose bushes going around the plantation, for show. Let's take a little swim with the squiddies here. I think we got some more roof for us, so yeah. Oh, see, you even get the red ones over there. It's actually pretty cool looking all around here. It's not quite as dense, but not too shabby. Alright, I think I'm going to do a bit more wandering and see if we can find some more new stuff for you guys, so I will be back shortly. Okay guys, quickly get back with you here to show you I've wandered into a birch forest. Not super different from a normal forest other than everything is birch, so if you have one of these close by somewhere and you need birch wood, you got plenty. Alright, I just thought this was kind of cool view too, so as the sun sets I'm gonna take a sleep in a minute and continue wandering and I'll show you some more cool stuff.